spending less time at the gym and getting more growth. Is it possible? Absolutely it is. If you give me 5 or 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the strategies I've developed to spend less time working out, less time overall at the gym, and get better results. For a little bit of context, I am quite a busy individual. I run a content agency, a jewelry company, and I also own a gym. So as you can imagine, I don't have a whole lot of time. That's what's led me to develop these strategies, because I don't want to give up my physique just because I want to have a successful career. Because really, I want what every man wants, and that is to have it all. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So, first we're going to cover logistics. This actually makes a big difference. The first thing you need to do is make sure you attend a gym that's close to you in proximity. I don't want you commuting 20, 30 minutes there and back just to get to a gym because it's slightly better. If you can get the job done at a gym that's down the road, at a hotel gym, at a home gym, if time is really sensitive for you, choose a gym that's closer rather than a gym that's better. I know that's contradictory, but trust me, those extra 30, 40, an hour you save a day not commuting is gonna add up. So that's the logistics out of the way. Go to a gym that's close to you, that's kind of obvious. But what about when we're actually at the gym? How do we change our training? Well, I've developed a few strategies here that help. Number one is called the warm-up minimization strategy. So when I go to a gym, what I used to do is gradually warm up nice and slowly. My first set of every exercise is always a warm-up set where I'm just trying to get the feel of the movement, feel those muscles firing, get some blood in the muscles. We're still gonna do that, but now we're not gonna rest after that first set. Because if you think about it, after your warm-up set, your muscles aren't fatigued, you're not out of breath, you're not tired. You just sort of sit around waiting for no reason. That's another minute, 2 minutes. At the start of every exercise, let's say you do 5 exercises, you have a break for a minute and a half after each set. That alone is 7.5 minutes. Probably creeping up to around 10 minutes you can just cut off instantly by going straight from your warm-up set to your first working set. No more rest times at the start. That brings me on to point number 2. We're gonna shorten our rest times. And we're gonna be really stringent and measured with this. In the age of the scrolling where is my phone? In the age of scrolling social media, people tend to extend their rest times longer than they need. All you really need is 45 seconds to a minute. Let your breathing calm down, let your muscles rejuvenate with energy again, and then you're good to go. If you start timing your rest times, as opposed to just having as much rest as you need, I promise that cuts down your time even further. Those 2 tips alone, I've probably shaved you 15 to 20 minutes of just nothing bullshit time off your workout. Third, if you're worried about not achieving enough volume because you're shortening your rest time, what you're gonna wanna do is incorporate some intensity techniques. I have a variety of these. You've maybe heard of some of them before, some of them maybe you haven't. Something like a drop set at the end of a working set helps you do far more volume and accomplish far more muscle damage than if you didn't do one. So if you're reducing your overall sets, adding intensity techniques means you don't miss out on any of the work. You don't miss out on any of the muscle growth. We also want to get rid of junk volume. So anytime you're doing an exercise, we've all been in the situation before, right? Where you've done a certain number of working sets. You said you're going to do 4, you've done 3, you do the 4th one and you kind of half-ass it. You don't really get much out of it. Your muscles are spent. We're going to cut that set out now. As soon as your muscles are spent, you don't do another set. Those are your working sets ticked off. That way we're going to eliminate junk volume. We also want to eliminate super high rep sets. Any sets we previously push above 15 reps, we get rid of those. They take too much time and they don't accomplish the same amount as lifting with a heavier weight, less reps. We still want to have some high rep sets, but never really above 15. If you find yourself a bit of a gym social butterfly, it's easy to fall into this trap, especially if you gym quite often. Try and change up the time you go. Obviously it's cool to have friends at the gym, it's good to be well connected, but if you really want to cut down on your time, you don't have time to be talking to people while you're there. So if you normally go at 6 a.m. and you're part of the 6 a.m. club, go at 6 p.m. Headphones in, you're not Mr. Friendly anymore, you're Mr. Clinical. You're getting things done. You go in there, headphones in and out in 30 to 45 minutes. Not a single word said. There are other places where you can be sociable, or if you need that sociable hit, then yeah, sure, go in the morning, but realize it will come at the expense of time. We're not here to socialize. That's what the bar and the golf club are for on the weekend. We're here to train. In and out, that's it. Logistics after the gym. If you typically go somewhere where you need to be clean, fresh, and well-dressed, take your stuff to the gym, shower at the gym. I know the gym showers can be a little bit, but believe me, it's worth it. If that saves you a trip driving home, showering, and then going somewhere, you've just shaved off another 15 minutes. If you follow all these tips and you're pretty militant with it, you go to a gym close to you, you don't waste time resting after a warm-up, you don't talk too much, you don't have enormous rest times, you add some intensity techniques to quicken things up, and you shower and get ready at the gym afterwards, you can take an hour and a half gym session, that's typically how long I would spend if I was, leisurely training, and dial that into about 35, 40 minutes. I've just gained you an hour. Congratulations. If you're looking for more logistical tips on how to fit the gym into a busy schedule, that's kind of what I do. Almost by accident, it sort of formed around my life. But if you want more tips like that, give me a subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.